An animated film depicting Beijing's human rights abuses has won big in film awards in Canada. It tells a moving story of a 5-year-old Chinese girl whose mother was killed as a result of the CCP's modern-day religious persecutions. NTD's Don Ma has more.
Peabody Award-winning director Leon Lee's recent film depicting the Chinese Communist Party's modern-day persecutions is earning a myriad of honors. His film Ragdoll won Best Animation, Best Art Direction, Best Screenwriting, and Best Direction Animation at British Columbia, Canada's prestigious annual Leo Film Awards. The film has also been selected for 4 Oscar-qualifying film festivals, including the LA Shorts International Film Festival and Holly Shorts Film Festival. It tells a heart-wrenching story of a 5-year-old Chinese girl whose mother was killed by the Chinese regime, all because of her faith. What was your inspiration for making this film?
I've been making films about human rights issues in China for a long time, and I happened to meet some young orphans who escaped from China. They were victimized because their parents were prisoners of conscience in China. Some children were expelled from school, some became homeless, some were even tortured. The majority of the scenes depicted in this film are based on real-life events, are based on the interviews I had with orphans from China. So without giving too much away about the film, that's essentially the story.
In your film, you portray the traumatic events of this one girl. Has what happened to her happened to other children in China?
Yes, absolutely. Unfortunately, there is no official statistics to tell us how many children were orphaned because their parents were prisoners of conscience. But through various reports and different years, the number is quite large. We know in the persecution of Falun Gong, for example, millions of people have been affected.
Falun Gong is a spiritual meditation practice. The Chinese Communist Party launched a brutal persecution campaign against it in 1999, despite its widespread popularity in the country before that.
3, 2, 1.
Lee says he chose stop motion for his film because what the orphans experienced would have been too hard for viewers to watch in live action. He says Ragdoll tries to portray the hardships that the orphan had to suffer.
Of course, no matter how we try to portray this, it's nothing compared to the horrific situations that are experienced by the victims in China. I had also interviewed children who were detained by the police, who were forced to work in the labor camp.
Can you tell me more about the main character, the orphan girl in the film?
Ragdoll is based on real-life events, based on the stories I heard from multiple people. Among them is Luna, who lost her mother due to the persecution of Falun Gong. We have an interactive article about Luna on our website, ragdollfilm.com, which tells in detail her experience.
Lee says for those who love stop animation, they should definitely check out this film. It's currently free to watch on YouTube. The film director is also a Peabody Award winner for his 2014 documentary titled Human Harvest. The film exposes China's organ harvesting industry. Could you also talk a little bit about your 2014 Peabody winning film?
Sure. Human Harvest was a documentary 8 years in the making. It exposes the horrific forced organ harvesting practice in China, mainly targeting Falun Gong practitioners, Tibetans, and Uyghurs. But recently, they've expanded. I think lots of prisoners of conscience are now subject to forced organ harvesting in China. There has also been a mountain of evidence that surfaced after the release of the film. So at this point, there's no dispute, I can say, that the forced organ harvesting is happening in China. The only question remains is what should we do to stop it?
Lee is currently working on his next film titled Unsilenced. It's about media censorship in China, and it's eyeing a release this fall. Don Ma, NTD News.